One of the most important and least talked about parts of teaching yourself voice feminization is knowing where you land in some of these vocal parts so that you don't overextend yourself. Oftentimes, as trans women, we just kind of automatically assume that our voice is as masculine as possible, when really that's not always the case. As though just by virtue of having undergone testosterone-based puberty, we're in this top right full mask kind of section. But in my experience, that's a lot rarer than you might think. So let's take vocal size as an example. Let's say I'm talking like this, and I just sort of assume that I need to get smaller with my vocal size. Actually, I don't. What needs adjusting from this kind of voice is actually the vocal weight, maybe a little bit on the pitch. But we don't know that, so we end up trying to squeeze as much size out of that sound as possible.
This is where a lot of students will run into this strained vocal quality where they're just trying too hard to have a small vocal size.
But if you were doing this voice and you were trying to get larger, you'd very quickly realize, oh, your size isn't actually the issue here.
So the ability to hear what your voice sounded like in the context of vocal size gives you so much insight into where you actually need to be and whether or not you need that much change at all anyways. Another example of this is pitch, where a lot of trans women will try to extend their pitch range above where it actually needs to be because they just assume their pitch range lays so low, and they end up with these kind of falsetto kind of vocal qualities. Voice teachers like myself tend to have a quite adept ear at these things. I have worked with and listened to hundreds of trans voices. Other voice teachers have worked with thousands of them. So if you want to be a guide for yourself, having some level of this skill is going to be helpful. I'm going back inside now. Bye.